Hello, welcome to the TV room. David Bradley here. So, I have another hat here. It's quite a bit smaller in surface, although it may have the capacity to have some, because it is sort of not up in the air like a cowboy hat, maybe some around the bottom. And now I am pondering, do I do the strange ones or do the inauguration ones? And I am thinking the strange ones, because it's nowhere near inauguration time. It is nowhere near. So first and foremost, I'm going to put this one here. I'm quite fond of this. If I can just get it on. Okay, I will show you. There. It's Jimmy Carter. It is. And it's a big button, so it can go nicely in the front and look very nice. The thing about this hat also is it has kind of more vent holes and things. And that's not really good to attach to because things sort of flap. Anyway, I suppose now we have these things that are all very different. But I think I will stick with putting something similar in size on the very back. Why can't I get this one open? Oh, it's kind of backwards in the way it works. Okay. Alright. So we'll go for the back. It's weird. It is, it's backwards. And I'm not used to this. Usually the thing is on. This is challenging. I can adapt. I'm sure. I think I can adapt. I can adapt. I think. That's weird. Well, I'm not doing it well. It's funny, I'm doing this and trying to get it to go through sooner, and it's just not happening. And it's all off kilter. Oh, it's terrible. This is weird. Alright. So it isn't a. What do you know what? Tell me, does this whole back turn? No. It isn't that it's just off kilter. Oh, like, in terms of backwardness. It's really off kilter in terms of everything. Okay, I will try again to get this one to come out. Okay. That, I think, is okay. So there. One hat, two buttons. We're on the way. Now, some of these are interesting. They are. But they're not traditional, but that's why they're here. So maybe, as this is a pretty tall hat, maybe I can put this along the bottom. We'll get something else up above, except I missed. Oh, well, it's on, but I'm not really pleased with the straightness of it. So I'll take it off, I'll twist it, I'll try not to drive the pin into my fingers. I will try again. Well, I think that's some better. I suppose I could have got it a little tighter. Now here's another America's Future. Again, not a traditional button for politics in terms of red, white, and blue and all that. But you know. So maybe I will try and put this one closer to the back. So it will give me room to get the other one in there. Hopefully. Oops. No, it's not. What's going on here? Always interesting, these things at times. And that is also a challenge of using a straw hat. Because sometimes you get it what you think is all lined up, and it just isn't. Okay, I think we're on. So now, oh, where they're big on these bridges. I think maybe I'm going to do this one here. There you go. It's similar in theme and in size. I think I can get it to fit. I think maybe, possibly. It is always challenging to get the pin to come through as you're doing this without stabbing you. But in the end, it's all good. All right. Come on through. Well, this one's kind of in a hokey position, but I guess it's okay. So there's those three along there. They're all Clinton Gore, Clinton Gore, Clinton Gore, Clinton Gore, and it's left spots at the top for other things. It has, well, here's one. It's Perot. He was an interesting sort. A third-party candidate. And did he really have a chance? Not really. You know what? No, maybe he needs to go on the other side. Kind of in a sense, he is another big button. There. He can go beside Carter. I'm sure they didn't have much to do with each other. Now here is another bridge button for Clinton Gore. Oh, I just realized I never did move a microphone to this hat. Sorry about that. Okay. Another bridge. There. We have a bridge. Yeah. It does look, I guess mostly this is a Democratic thing because that's just the way it fell. Anyway, here's Clinton Gore. And there's a spot here. There is. Where's the back? Has it come through? Oh, it has not. It has. Okay, so we are getting there. But as you notice, the top of the hat is looking pretty barren. So we have other things here. I suppose Reagan Bush would be a good one to stick on, I think. Near the front and the top. I find it's a good thing to get your finger in behind the pin, safely behind and away from the pointy part. And then push. And hopefully the thing comes through and you can get it secure. There. Reagan Bush 84. Now, having done that, perhaps Clinton could go over here. There's Mr. Clinton. And we still have some space here. Now, here is a square button. Clinton. I'll stick it over here beside Reagan and Bush. Why? Well, because it just kind of, it looks like it would fit nicely there. So, did it come through? It did. Does it sit nice? Pretty good. Now, I am pondering. Here's one. Jimmy won in 76. It does not have the kind of back that I would like. It does not. But I suppose, because it's in a thick part of the hat in terms of the stuff, I can take a chance and get it in position with a good grasp. And so it's not going to hurt me. Jimmy wins. Okay. So now we have emptiness over here. And there's this one here, Fritz and Tits, the 3 biggest boobs in town. I'm not sure. Oh, and this one here, People's Peace Treaty. It doesn't have a back on it. Neither does this peace button. And here's a page for Reagan. Well, this is when, perhaps, I'll say, interesting. I think it might be time to take something intended for the inauguration hat, as in this button, and put it on this hat. Because I think probably the inauguration hat is going to be overly full anyway. And in terms of, this is also lined up with the other square one on the other side. and, you know, symmetry and all that. Although, I mean, people can only really see one side at a time. Yeah. Okay, that did not go well. It just didn't go well. So I'll try and line that up again. Get through. And that's some better. Now, so I'm down to Peach Reagan and Reagan Bush. Well, Reagan Bush, it too has a back that I really can't secure well. So maybe, kind of like the Jimmy Carter one, maybe this is not a bad spot. I will not stick it between the stuff. I'll stick it, make sure it sticks through so it gets a really good grip. And then, did I get it through? I think I did. Yes, I did. So there's Reagan Bush. And this last one, now there is this here. I don't know who this guy is. Like, mostly this is presidential stuff. So maybe just because there's this little spot, and I can, and the back is not another one. Maybe I'll just stick this one. Oops. Stick this one on in a spot that it kind of fits. And we'll see if we can get it. The smaller they are, the harder it is to sort of get them in and get them back and get them through so you can be secure. But it's not impossible. It is just more challenging. And I do have it through. It's just getting it into position. I think it's in position. So here we have another hat with American political things on it, mostly from an era gone by. In some cases, way by, like 64. Indeed. Oh, I suppose, you know, I'll have to look through. There may be some other sort of button that I can put right there that it may or may not be exactly related, but there is kind of an empty spot there. And I don't know what else to do because this guy, Ted, doesn't fit. And these other three, at the moment, oh, well, there is this. I suppose I could put that on, but I don't think I will. And the other two, which are the People's Peace Treaty, that I don't know the history behind. I wish I had a backing for this one. I'll have to look. I bet you I do somewhere because, you know, we could all use a little piece. Okay, so this is turned over. I'm going to take this microphone off. I'm going to put it on this hat. I'm going to take this hat off. This is the one freshly made with all the American buttons, and I can't really set it anywhere that would be handy or helpful, so I won't. And then I will put on this hat, and we will see that indeed we have another creation ready. And we'll give one last turn around. And these are kind of non-traditional, although that Clinton one's kind of, and I guess that impeach one. So I'll have to look and see what else I can find. But there we have it. Two fashionable hats, and a third one with inauguration buttons. to come. So I gotta figure out what hat. You can use a baseball cap. I'm using these straw ones because I happen to have them handy here. I do have them handy, so, and I pretty much got them at thrift stores thinking that'd be a good hat for something. And of course, because I put buttons on things, well, here we are. So, have no fear. I'm here. Anyway, thanks for coming. I will carry on. I have lots to do. Now I will put the rest of these buttons back in a bag and carry on with other chores, as well as looking for another hat. It is possible some of these other buttons might go onto some other hat that has other things that may not be politically motivated. My gut tells me 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, that I might have too many to go on a hat all by itself. I might. But we'll see. So thanks for coming to the TV room. And remember, if you have a hat, you've got buttons or pins or other such things, go wild. Not many people do. And certainly it is a good conversation starter. And if you're going to a meeting or a convention or even just people on the street, they don't see a whole lot of hats full of buttons. And it's a good icebreaker. It is. Anyway, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. David Bradley in the TV room, signing off. Bye for now.